It covers all the local sports and a little bit more with your host, Russ Oker and Chad Lee Kessner. And now, here's the pitch.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pitch Sports Show on KCOG Centerville. I'm your host, Russ Oker. Along with me, as always, is the Hall of Famer, Chad Lee Kessner, and Josh Rice, representing the Hy-Vee store, and he also does some pretty sports knowledge from time to time. He and I don't always agree, but occasionally we do, and we will have a trip to the mountain tonight, so give him an opportunity to be right a few times and agree with me tonight. But we've got a big show for you tonight. Should be a whole lot of fun. Ivy's got a big day coming up on Friday. We'll talk to Josh about that. But we do have our coaches coming out tonight. We've got Coach Krusich will be out to talk boys basketball. Coach Anthony White will be out to talk wrestling. And then Coach Matt Kovakovich will be out to talk girls basketball, who since last we talked got their first win in over a season. Guys, it was quite a sight on Friday night. Chad, you were there broadcasting on the radio. The emotions were high. The girls came out and played very well. Katie Sharp was just on fire for a while, and the Redheads got their first win under Matt Kovakovich. That was a pretty nice night. Yeah, first win in 28 games, I believe, the span of over a year and a half. So, yeah, it was very exciting. It's kind of funny, we went down to Nat Taylor Lawson, who also had a big game to come up and get on the radio, and she got so excited she just ran off with the rest of her team into the locker room. So it's kind of funny, but yeah, Katie Sharp, I think they had 17 points on the night. Knocked down some big three-point baskets, and it was just, it was very, very electrifying, very exciting to watch those girls get the first victory from for a long time. And it's one of those that I feel good moments that those girls work very hard to get where they are, and you can just tell they just keep getting better, and hopefully we'll get a few more victories down the road. Well, Melissa Chapman, the Scrappy Chappy, I think they call her, the point guard, is going to be on the show tonight. She is our In the Box segment. She is a junior at Centerville High School. We're looking very much forward to visiting with her. And Chad, you just never know who you might see out here working at Hy-Vee. One of the guys from our neighborhood, Colton Paloma, basketball standout member of the JV team, and he's out here. Apparently his mom says it's time to get a job, I guess. Yeah, I ran into him on the way in, and I said, Colton, why are you sharing the time? He goes, oh, I'm going to work. And I said, well, you work here now? And he said, yeah. So that's, we're getting older, Russ. I know. And so are these boys, and they have to get jobs now. Well, all right, let's see. We will have our In the Box segment coming up in just a little bit. We're also going to visit with Josh about all the great things going on out here at Hy-Vee. We've got a really big show. We do have our Power Insurance Hall of Fame Challenge coming up later on in the show. Matt Kovakovich returns to take a run at these guys on that. Also, for the first time this year, we have our Do You Know the Rules segment. So we'll look forward to that. I think it's a pretty straightforward question tonight. We'll see how they do. We'll do that while Coach Krusich is here. He always likes to play along with the rules questions. So we've got that coming up in a little bit. And again, remind everybody that we are now worldwide, as it happens, live streaming of the Pitch Sports Show available at thepitchsportsshow.com. That's thepitchsportsshow.com. Check it out. Kyle said he even made the button bigger, so you really can't miss it. He's getting his money back. So you can listen from anywhere in the world, or of course the show is recorded, so you can also go back and listen if you miss anything. If you want to go back tomorrow and catch it, you can do that. But let all your relatives know and friends that aren't around the Centerville area that they can tune in to thepitchsportsshow.com, thepitchsportsshow.com, and they can listen worldwide from anywhere right there online. We'll grab a break. We'll come back and visit with Josh Rice about all things Hy-Vee. Big day coming up Friday. Details next on Hy-Vee.
Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiwegian.com. That's dailyiwegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appalachia County. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square is ready to help you with the men on your Christmas list. From head to toe, from business to casual, Jim Ireland Menswear has just what they need to look and feel their best. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square also has sports apparel, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, you and I. They've got shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and even ice scrapers with your favorite team. Stop in and see Jim Ireland Menswear today on the south side of the Centerville Square.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
We can.
This is a pitch on KCOG Center, represented by your local Hy-Vee show. We want to thank all of our fine sponsors who make the show possible each and every week. Jim Ireland Menswear. That's a great place to get some stuff for those guys on your list for Christmas, like me and you, Josh. I'd take some nice stuff from Jim Ireland. Flower Teak, Cook Insurance, Sales and Associates, Thomas Funeral Home, The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. I bet you'd take something from there as well. Yeah, that's, I think Josh would do. Okay, yeah. Go. Team, go for something. Jackson Home Center, the Daily Iowegian, Henry Orphan at the Annuity Shop, RK Auto Body, Northside Insurance, Henley Dental, and Chico Construction. And then, of course, Power Churchill, the Hall Game Challenge, and our presenting sponsor, Hy-Vee, which Josh has this big paper in front of me when I see the words Friday. And, boy, he's already told me about some of the deals. One in particular has got me fired up. You bet. We've had a great one-day sale on Friday. A lot of great deals in here. We have 80% ground beef and 1 pound chubs for just $2.99 each. Limited 10 total per order. We have 5,400 pounds, and so it's while supplies last. Another great deal. We have Pepsi products there on that can for just $2.48 12 pack. Little Debbie Christmas cakes and brownies in a 5-count package for just 99 cents. We also have Hy-Vee semi-sweet chocolate chips, 12-ounce bag for just $1.18. Hy-Vee 10-pound russet potatoes at $1.98. Anderson Erickson eggnog in a quart, just 2 for $5. Hy-Vee beef chicken or reduced sodium chicken broth, 38 cents a can. Stovetop stuffing, just 79 cents. We have a special deal. These just came in. They are 50-count K-Cup boxes. They're Hy-Vee brand. We have French vanilla cappuccino, donut shop, or breakfast blend coffee for just $10. That's 50 K-Cups for your Keurig machine for just $10. And then if you're still looking for a gift, we've got a couple of great things. We have down alternative comforters for full or queen size bed for just $10. Regular price $39.99. And just in, we have 57-inch tall plush giant stuffed animals for $29.99. These things are about as big as I am. 57 inches tall. Wingspan's pretty big on these things. They're huge. So it's a great item for a surprise gift for just $29.99. I figured that's what had you all said it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, all of that out here at Hy-Vee. Big one-day deal coming up on Friday. Yeah, wow. So, I mean, you think about it, and I think somebody said that they're talking the forecast. The temperatures might get close to 40 again this weekend. They hit the hamburger for $2.99, and then Pepsi. You're good to go. You'll be on the grill. All right. We will come back in just a moment with the Ochre Realty First Pitch. That's next on Hy-Vee's The Pitch. And coming up in just a little bit, Scrappy Chappy. I think. Is that what they call you? Scrappy Chappy? Something like that? We'll find out. Yeah, it's on the radio. That's right. We're going in the box coming up shortly here on Hy-Vee's The Pitch.
Are you tired of looking at that old, worn-out, outdated carpet or vinyl in your home? Call Jackson Home Center today and see what they can do for you. Jackson Home Center offers competitive prices and quality products. Jackson Home Center can handle your commercial or residential flooring needs. Stop in and see them on the north side of the Centerville Square or give them a call at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. Jackson Home Center also offers Medicine Creek handcrafted Ohio State certified Amish furniture. Custom orders available. Family owned and operated. Jackson Home Center on the north side of the Centerville Square. Call 856-6331. Open Mondays through Fridays 9 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 1. This Christmas, give the gift of golf from the Preserve on Rathbun Lake. The Preserve is Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course, located right here in beautiful southern Iowa on Rathbun Lake at the Honey Creek Reserve State Park. Stop into their pro shop today and pick up something for that avid golfer on your list. Whether it be a punch card for golf play, golf balls, golf clubs, or maybe something to make that golfer look his best, like a new shirt or a golf hat. The pro shop at the Preserve on Rathbun Lake has everything you need to look and play your best. The Pro Shop at the Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Stop in today and get something for that avid golfer on your list.
Christmas has arrived at the Flower Teak. Stop in and explore our selection of snowmen, Santas, ornaments, candles, wreaths, and much more. We can help you with gift ideas for everyone on your list. Let Flower Teak help you with all of your holiday decorating, both indoors and outdoors. We carry fresh greenery, pine cones, and berries, as well as seasonal plants. Visit us today at Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square or call 437-4131.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
Time for the Oka Realty First Pitch, brought to you by Oka Realty in Centerville, now located at 315 North 10. Or call us at 437-0500. Check us out online at okarealty.com. We'll take one of our virtual tours. Russ Oka Broker, equal housing opportunity. Okay, last night, a lot of area teams in action. Of course, we're going to talk quite a bit about our Big Reds and Redettes, but last night Sheridan got the best of us on both the boys and the girls games. The girls, I believe, lost 48-38, and 65-51. Yes, I am. And so, obviously, we're going to look to bounce back on Friday night when Clark comes to town. Clark did not fare well last night against Calvia. Their boys lost 79-50, and the girls were defeated 62-29. So we are really thinking Friday night could be a good night for the Grits and the Redettes. Other teams from the conference in action last night. Boys side, Ankeny Christian snuck past Eddyville Blakesburg 66-34. And teams from the area in boys basketball, Grandview Christian kind of beat up on Moravia 77-20. Moulton Udell got a win in boys basketball 49-47 over Lamoni last night. Grandview Christian defeated the Moravia girls. I was a little surprised to see this. Grandview Christian must have a pretty good girls team. They defeated Moravia 81-49. Moravia's got a nice basketball team. So something went wrong there. Either Grandview Christian's really good or the Moravia gals just didn't play well last night. Lamoni defeated Moulton Udell in girls basketball last night 68-47. Next up for our area schools, basketball-wise for Moravia, they will be at Orient Maxburg on Friday. I think I saw where the bus leaves at like 2 o'clock or at 6 o'clock. On Thursday. Yeah, exactly. They're at Orient Maxburg there on Friday night, and then the wrestling team is in action on Thursday as they take on, or they will go to Colfax for some action there Thursday night. And then Saturday, the wrestling team for Moravia is at North English. Moulton Udell, they are at home on Friday night against Seymour. It's always real fun when Moulton Udell and Seymour get together, girls and boys, at Moulton Udell on Friday night. Figured Wrestlers will be in action tomorrow night at Sheraton. Sheraton and Albee will be there. And then, of course, this is the big tournament coming up this weekend at Lee's Summit. Coach Anthony White will be on a little bit later to talk about all of that and let us know how they did last night. A lot of wrestling here in town last night as our junior high wrestlers opened up the thing. A little curtain riser action there at 4:15 down at Lakeview. And then we had varsity action to follow. We'll get all the details on that when Coach White joins us in the back half of the show. That is our Oka Realty First Pitch, brought to you by Oka Realty in Centerville. Coming up next, we go in the box with Melissa Chapman. She's a junior at Centerville High School. We're going to ask her a whole lot of hard questions right after this on IB's.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville. Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitchfork Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville, presented by your local Hy-Vee store, talking local sports and a little bit more. It is time for our In the Box segment, brought to you by Northside Insurance in Centerville. Call Amy Goneman and the crew at 856-3333. That's 856-3333. Which, speaking of Amy Goneman, of course, her son Colton Goneman graduated last year. Now he's up at Marshalltown playing baseball, a standout athlete here in Centerville, and I saw there on Facebook, which I know you like to. Oh yeah, I get a lot of time. Yeah, Facebook time. He must have Colton had his wisdom teeth removed recently, so we wish him the best on that. So it's nice to come home for Christmas and then you got to go have your wisdom. Yeah. That's what everything does. Yeah. All right, our In the Box segment tonight is Melissa Chapman. She's a junior at Centerville High School. Melissa, thanks for stopping out. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Melissa Chapman. My mom's Arlene Chapman. Well, her fiance is Travis Spielman. Hope he's listening. Everyone's so famous. Family. So shout out to them.
Okay. And I know you've got at least one sister because you mentioned she's out in the car. Yeah.
Yeah. My younger sister, she's the freshman this year. She's also playing basketball. And it's Diane Chapman.
Oh.
She's got a little bit to learn, but she'll get there eventually.
Okay, so she's a freshman. Now, is that your only brother, sister, just the one?
She's my younger sister. I also have a younger brother who's 8. His name's Jessica. He's a little fun little kid, I guess.
Okay. So let's start with the little brother then. 8 years old. There's a little bit of age difference. Now, you guys get along well? Does he get in your way? Do you have to tell him to leave you alone? Because
kind of
it can be annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of varies. Since I'm more of a tomboy. I mean, I get along with him better than I do my sister.
Okay.
So
All right. Now, you can still take you, right, if you need to. You need them to headlock if you need to.
Yep.
Because the problem with little brothers is when you grow up, then sometimes they don't forget if you pick on them a lot, and they get to where usually they can.
I'm not too worried about that. Pretty sure I got him under control all the time.
Okay. All right. So then your sister being a freshman, so now, and you're a junior now, do you kind of show her the ropes at the high school, or do you just say, hey, you're on your own, I ain't got time for that?
Well, I helped her out a little bit, and then I was like, hey, I had to do it, so you got to learn too. So she'll make some mistakes, and she'll either fix them or she won't. Up there.
All right. Very good. All right. Okay, so we're in the deep end. You're on your own. You're on your own. I can figure it out. Do they still pick on freshmen much at the high school, or are those days kind of, because when Chad and I went through, we kind of I got thrown in a trash can, I got other things, and there were worse things happening to other people. So does that still go on, or is that?
Not really. I think schools can clean up a little bit. We do tease them, like, freshie, give them a little hard time, but not much. We'll usually try to help them out.
Just harmless fun nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about basketball. I know you're involved with basketball, but I guess first, what sports are you involved with?
Well, my freshman year, I played volleyball, but then I was like, I'd rather do cross country since I like track. For the past 2 years, I've been cross country and basketball all 3 years throughout high school. Did track two my years. Getting ready to do it this year as well. I played softball over the summer of my freshman year, but then I decided to work over the summer last year.
Okay. Where'd you work at?
Fairway.
Oh, the competitor. Okay. All right. So let's jump into this basketball now. You jumped right in there this year. You started out that first game, Chad and I actually appreciated. You were running the show on the JV team, and it's almost like you said, okay, no more of that, and now you're kind of running the show on the varsity team.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of one of those where I set it off in JV, and then I guess we just weren't doing well that night, the first game, and it's like, okay, Chappie, let's head on in there, see what we can do, I guess, and just kind of from there, just kind of took over, I guess.
Yeah, we've done a nice job. And so Chappie, and I'm told through the grapevine that they like to call you Scrappy Chappie. Is this news to you, or is this true? Do they call you Scrappy Chappie?
I used to just spend on the night.
Okay. Are you kind of you said you're a tomboy? Are you? I mean, to watch you play, I would look Scrappy. Yeah, I would say Scrappy. Is that just in sports, or are you kind of Scrappy?
All the way around.
Okay. So you're not somebody that we would want to cross. You're okay. Good. We won't do that then. All right. Okay. So you talked about track, cross country, and track, and obviously on the basketball court, you appear to be pretty quick. What's your? That's the cross country. Obviously, you're all running the same distance, but in track, what are your events?
Well, it varies depending on what it is. I do some relays, but it's usually the distance medley. I do the 800 in that. Once in a while, I do a 400 in medley, but usually I just do 800s, 1600s, and 3100, which is 2 miles.
Other than sports, what things do you like to do?
Well, I guess since I work every day of the week, I'm just like, okay, gotta get this done, get done. And most of the music.
Work, sports, music.
Yep.
What about like social media, Facebook, and tweeting, and all that fun stuff you kids seem to like to do nowadays? Like,
well, I get on Facebook every once in a while, just check it. Other than that, I'm just like, hey, do what I gotta do, get it done, go on.
But you probably do have a smartphone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you text much? Do you sit?
Depends on what I'm doing. I'll text certain people and be like, oh, I feel like talking to you today because I haven't texted you in a while.
Okay. All right, so last Friday night, the girls basketball team defeated Alka. We knew we had a shot at it, but, I think we knew it was going to be really tough. Tell me about that moment. We didn't win the game last year at the varsity level, and this year was like we were right there, and then we finally got it. So tell me how it felt on Friday night when the final horn sounded.
Honestly, we were all really excited. Kavak and Moore, they had tears in their eyes. That was impressive, all of us girls. We were just so happy, big smiles. It was a great feeling. Honestly, we'd love to do it again. Hopefully we can get a win on against Clark this Friday, just like we did against Althea, and have that same feeling again.
Well, give us the inside scoop in the locker room, you gals. You got to run through the tunnel of folks. That was neat. You get in the locker room. Tell me now we call Coach Kovacevic Root Dog. That's what we call it. But we've known him a lot longer than you have. That seems to tickle you every time I say that. But tell me about Root Dog when he came in the locker room and how that went. I'm guessing that he was pretty fired up.
Well, it took him a minute because he didn't want to be seen crying in front of us girls. But he came in there and he's like, "Good job, girls. That was great." And like, he kept telling us how good we did and how we need to do that every night. And yeah, we work on it. And then he was kind of like, "Okay, let's break this down so I don't have to cry here." So it was interesting.
He's a pretty animated guy. He gets pretty fired up. But it seems like at the end of the day that you gals all like him, and it seems like at the end of the day he really cares about you guys.
Yeah, he does. He takes really good care of us. He just wants to make us better, improve. I mean, once in a while he may get a little on the frustrated side with us, but in the end he's just wanting to help us, and we know that. So.
All right, and your position on the team, you're the point guard.
Yeah.
So talk to me about your game. Again, we talked about you started out on JV. That didn't last long. You made the big move up to varsity. What areas do you feel like you really need to work at? I guess what are your weaknesses right now?
I think some of my weaknesses would be like whenever I take the ball, sometimes I feel like I need to pass it more, and just focusing on that. And then shooting, like for example, yesterday night, I took a lot of shots where I probably could have given it to post, but I didn't do that. Maybe I could work a little bit more with the post, getting it in there.
Okay. What do you think are your strengths right now? What part of your game are you pretty comfortable with?
Well, I'm pretty comfortable with defense. I've always kind of liked defense. I don't know why. Just skill maybe layup. I like that. And then just running offensive, seeing them go through and everything, seeing them done right.
Okay. Now, you guys only have one senior on the team, Taylor Keaton, right? And so, that means that obviously this year you guys get the experience. You come back in next year with almost everybody back. Have you thought about, as a team, do you guys think about that we just got to keep getting better this year? We only lose one player. We could really be pretty good next year.
Yeah, we all kind of have the mindset, hey, we're all going to be playing together next year. So if we fix everything this year, we can do better next year and maybe get more wins.
Being a junior at Centerville School, it won't be long, and your days will be done there before you know it. So what's the future hold? What does Scrappy Chappie want to do when she grows up?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I want to go to Indian Hills, get the general degree first, and then it'll either be sports-related or, who knows, it could be math. Sometimes into a lot of math.
You're into math?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about that. You kind of say that like maybe you're probably pretty sharp at it, right? So are you a math guru, or what's the term for that? Savant? A math savant?
I don't really call it that, but I guess I'm just really good at math. I'm in college math right now, and next year I'm planning on going to the college and taking calculus.
Is that right? They say that's pretty tough for a lot of people, calculus. I know it would be tough for me. Okay, so by nature, are you a Hawkeye or a Cyclone?
Neither.
Neither?
No.
You don't like either one?
No, I moved from Missouri twice. The second time I've been up here, so I'm kind of into the Missouri Tigers and Missouri altogether.
Oh, Missouri.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, thanks for stopping out. That's going to do it for this interview. No. I see. So the Missouri Tigers, is there any chance you'd go back to Missouri for college?
I thought about it, but then again, I'm just like, well, it'd probably be easier just to stay in Iowa, get that, and then if I wanted to transfer down there, I could, or who knows, depends on what I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, give me something from your high school days here that you will look back on and laugh about someday that might have been embarrassing at the time. Give me an embarrassing high school moment so far.
That's a good question, honestly. I probably have to go back to freshman year, where I was late to like 5 of my classes, and like it was the whole first week. I was like, what am I doing? Like I go to the wrong class multiple times, and everyone's like, what are you doing in here? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I got to figure out where my class is at, and I just go there, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm late again.
So that's what you're talking about when you said your sister's going to have to learn the ropes just like you did.
Yeah.
All right, Melissa Chapman is a junior at Centerville High School. She's a member of the basketball team. They are at home on Friday night against Clark, girls and boys. We hope to get everybody out there, get a big crowd out there. It is time now for your 5 fast questions, and we will be providing Melissa with a free 6-inch sub. They're coming out tonight, compliments of Subway in Centerville. Deep fresh. Okay, give me a favorite actor or actress.
I don't really have one. I don't watch movies much.
Yeah, I'm guessing that since you're always working and all that. Okay, so pet peeve, what really ticks off Melissa Chapman?
Oh, it really ticks me off. It's more likely at work, because if you do something wrong, we correct it, and then like 95 seconds later, you go and do it like wrong intentionally. That kind of ticks me off.
See, you might be able to coach someday, because like coaches run into that same trouble. They tell you what to do, and just don't do it 5 seconds later. All right, what is your middle name?
Lynn.
Okay. Favorite holiday food? We're coming up, obviously, on Christmas.
Rolls, but there's no question. It's just rolls.
Yeah, that one. All right. Anybody in particular make them, like an aunt or a grandma or a mom, or just roll them out or bring them full?
Don't really matter. My mom, everyone knows my family. Just bring rolls, I'll eat them all.
And finally, who do people tell you you look like? People say you look like your mom, dad, aunt, something like that. Who do people say that you look like?
Well, people don't really know my dad, but like my whole family thinks I look most like my dad. And then people will be like, "Oh, you look like your mom." Or people will say, "You don't even look nothing like your parents." And I'm like, okay.
All right. Well, Melissa, thanks so much for stopping out. It's been a pleasure to visit with you. Good luck on Friday night. The rest of the season for the Redheads. You are officially out of the box. This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville.
Thanks.
Good job. Thank you. Yeah.
Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Athens County. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square is ready to help you with the men on your Christmas list. From head to toe, from business to casual, Jim Ireland Menswear has just what they need to look and feel their best. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square also has sports apparel, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, you and I. They've got shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and even ice scrapers with your favorite team. Stop in and see Jim Ireland Menswear today on the south side of the Centerville Square.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
We can.
We're talking local sports a little bit more on Ivy East of Pitch. And a big thank you to Melissa Chapman for stopping out. And there's Happy Chappie, and Coach Krusich, also our cross-country coach. So she talked about being in cross-country, so you're obviously familiar with that young lady, and she seems like, just watching her basketball, that nickname would fit her. So she's a scrapper.
Yeah, she's an awesome little girl. And she's strong-minded. I mean, sometimes that's a detriment for young kids, but I like her confidence. I like how, you can give her some constructive criticism and she takes it and moves right out there and stays focused. And, sometimes she does her own thing, but at the same time, I find her being a little strong-minded as an asset, and she's a great girl and positive asset to our basketball program and cross-country.
Well, let's talk about your boys basketball team. Obviously, we're now sitting here thinking, well, we need to win. We come out of a shoot against Sunnyvale Blakesburg, put it on them, and then, we've been in every game, but now we find ourselves sitting here with 1-3 now?
1-4.
1-4. So we need a win. Clark may be just what we're looking for, just looking at how they're doing, but certainly we'll still have to go out and play well on Friday night.
Too bad. We never look past anyone, and with this group right now, we're just focusing on progress. And 1-4 doesn't sound like we're doing that well, but at the same time, I saw some great improvement in our teamwork and team execution last night. One thing that's a little deceiving on watching game film is team speed, and I really thought we would be one of the faster teams in the conference, but after seeing Davis County and Albion and Sheraton last night, I'm finding out that, we are not one of the fastest teams in the conference, and but we're still doing what we like to do. We're still getting out and pushing transition. We are executing well offensively, and, we're doing our best to defend some really good players, and last night was the result of that. TJ Hawkinson and Derek Lang are two of the finest players in Southern Iowa right now, and, they combined for 56 points, but honestly, I really didn't feel like we gave any of those away. They made some nice, outstanding defensive plays against us and got a few easy shots, but at the same time, I really felt we defended Hawkinson pretty well. I've never seen a big 6'6" guy get out and run the floor the way he did against us, and that was something that I personally wasn't prepared for. And Derek Lang reminds me a lot of Brandon and Bodie Tubaugh type of players, where they can shoot from anywhere on the floor, and he keeps a level head all the time, and he's very active offensively all the time. And I thought we did a nice job attacking their defense and working the ball to the post. Actually, I thought our shot selection last night was very good. I thought we broke them down to get what kind of shots we want, and you just have to convert a few more. What we're really struggling right now is free throw line and offensive rebounds, and we just have to stay active and, hopefully keep focusing on those things, and hopefully they'll fall into place. And another place that I'm used to getting a lot more production out of my teams is team steals. This year we're only averaging about 4 to 5 team steals a game, where, Colton Garnerman in the past 3 years probably averaged that for a game, and, we were probably up around the 8 to 10 area with our pressing zone defense, and we've been kind of straddled back to playing half court ball, and that's kind of taken away our opportunities to spread that defense out and produce more steals.
Well, since last we spoke, you had Albie at home, and then last night on the road at Sheraton. Let's go back to the Albie game. That's one you sure hate to lose at home. You knew Albie was going to be a pretty solid team. Albie defeated Sheraton in double overtime. But in watching that game, that one looks like that's a team that we certainly would have a shot at. And it might have been nice, just looking at our team, maybe it would have been nice to have them on the road the first time and home the second time, because I think we're going to be a much better team in the back half of the season. But we didn't necessarily, it didn't look to me like have our best game that night.
No, and you're exactly right. That's actually the one game this year where I felt like we kind of did not show up for a half. I really, I was not very happy at halftime with our production, and most of all with this team. If we're not enthusiastically playing hard, intense basketball, we are really going to be on our heels to a lot of teams this year. And I felt like that Albie game was a production of that. And, you know, I definitely woke them up at halftime a little bit, but and their man-to-man defense, I honestly thought we had a lot of good one-on-one looks. But even when we got to the line, we struggled from the line that night. I think we were like 7 for 21 or something like that from the line. And, you know, that's not the type of production. If you're going to go at a team, you got to produce at the free throw line. And, you know, Sheraton showed us that last night. I think they were like, what were they? Like 15 of 19 or something like that from the free throw line. And I keep telling our guys, if you're going to make a living dribble driving at that man-to-man defense, then you got to produce at the free throw line, or you got to make a basket or get a high percentage shot. And against Albia, that was definitely our weakness. You know, when we did go at them, we didn't produce at the line, and I thought we were just caught on our heels an awful lot that night. You know, one thing that surprised me in the Albia game was, you know, we were really prepared for the Baker kid, Matt Baker, and he had produced like 39 points in the Sheraton win a few nights before, and we got 2 early fouls on him. So I'm thinking, you know, if we get Baker out of this game, we're really gonna, you know, we're gonna be in a better shape. And I was very impressed with the way the Albia kids stepped up without Baker. In fact, I thought they ran their offense better without Baker in there because everyone knows their role. They knew when to step up and go to the basket. And when Baker's in there, you know, when you have a playmaker like that, sometimes you get confused of, do I need to be offensive rebounding? Does he want me to step up and hit this shot, or am I supposed to get it back to him? And I thought the Albia kids kept their heads and played very well without him on the floor. And you know, hats off to them. They outplayed us in every aspect of that game. But at the same time, I left that game thinking that was a possibility for a win for us, because I think we can play with them anytime.
We'll grab a break. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about that Sheraton game right after this on Hy-Vee's The Pitch. Are you tired of looking at that old, worn-out, outdated carpet or vinyl in your home? Call Jackson Home Center today and see what they can do for you. Jackson Home Center offers competitive prices and quality products. Jackson Home Center can handle your commercial or residential flooring needs. Stop in and see them on the north side of the Centerville Square, or give them a call at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. Jackson Home Center also offers Medicine Creek handcrafted Ohio State certified Amish furniture. Custom orders available. Family owned and operated. Jackson Home Center on the north side of the Centerville Square. Call 856-6331. Open Mondays through Fridays 9 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 1. This Christmas, give the gift of golf from the Preserve on Rathbun Lake. The Preserve is Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course, located right here in beautiful southern Iowa on Rathbun Lake at the Honey Creek Reserve State Park. Stop into their pro shop today and pick up something for that avid golfer on your list. Whether it be a punch card for golf clay, golf balls, golf clubs, or maybe something to make that golfer look his best, like a new shirt or a golf hat. The pro shop at the Preserve on Rathbun Lake has everything you need to look and play your best. The Pro Shop at the Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Stop in today and get something for that avid golfer on your list.
Christmas has arrived at the Flower Teak. Stop in and explore our selection of snowmen, Santas, ornaments, candles, wreaths, and much more. We can help you with gift ideas for everyone on your list. Let Flower Teak help you with all of your holiday decorating, both indoors and outdoors. We carry fresh greenery, pine cones, and berries, as well as seasonal plants. Visit us today at Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square, or call 437-4131.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
This is the pitch on KCOG Centerville, presented by Oklahoma East Shore. We're talking Big Red basketball with Coach Matt Krusich, and the Big Reds will be home on Friday night against Clark, a team that on paper we should be a favorite against. They lost 79-50 last night to Albion, but certainly a game we got to be ready to come out and play. And at this point, Coach, I would assume the boys are hungry to get back on the winning track.
Oh, yeah. And like I said, you know, I was praising them up and down last night after that game. You know, I said I've never been part of a better 14-point loss in my life because I truly respected the kids because they fought hard. And there was times in that game where it could have been easy to let that thing go because we got down by 18 or 20 at 2 or 3 points in that game. And we kept battling back. And, you know, Tate Felton, we finally found Tate for a change. He produced a little bit more at the post for us. I thought Connor Scully stepped up and played a darn tough game down at the post for us. And I thought Garrett McGrann really had an outstanding game for us. He was active offensively, hit a couple of threes, and, you know, got in there and got some rebounds for us. And, you know, the person we probably didn't find the most was Brett. But, you know, Brett was being covered by either Hawkinson or Lang all night long. So, I really thought he played a smart game by giving it up to our posts and letting them try to produce. And you know, they did their darndest to make it happen inside. But you know, when you're up against a 6'6" All-Stater the way T.J. Hawkinson is, it's a tough task. But you know, I thought our kids executed well for good shots. And you know, like I said, I felt really good about the production we got.
What do you expect to see out of Clark on Friday night? Again, obviously, you know, they got beat by Albie the other night. They're not necessarily considered to be one of the stronger teams in the conference. What do they bring to the table?
Well, one thing we're going to see that we haven't seen all year is we're going to see a lot of zone defense, and or that's what they've run a lot in the past. I think we're going to see a lot of 2-3 zone. They're going to pack it in and dare us to shoot, which if I was scouting us right now, I would make us hit some outside shots too, because if we're going to come at you the way we have been the last few games, you might as well dig in and make us hit some perimeter shots to open it up. And I anticipate that that's what they'll try to do. They're usually a nice, patient, half-court team, and they're not going to beat themselves. They're not going to make mistakes. We're going to have to get them in a transition running game, and we're going to have to go right at them. But like I said, I anticipate zone defense, so we're going to have to hit some outside shots and work the ball well for good ones.
What's the latest on Brett Kosrich and his ankle situation?
Just an ongoing thing, you know. Sometimes he looks like he can run with the best of them, and sometimes he looks like I probably need to take him out and put him in a wheelchair. So, you know, first quarter last night, I thought he was very sluggish, and I took him out, and I just said, you know, if you're not going to be able to make cuts, then you're really not going to be able to help us a whole lot. And, you know, I think he got it loosened up a little bit, and as the game went on, he became a lot faster and, you know, was able to attack at least with his dribble enough that he could get a double team and find an open man. And, you know, Brett's a smart player, so like I said, he kind of controls how many shots he takes in a game. He has confidence in himself, but he also knows if he's drawing double teams on defense, he's going to find the open man and see if they can produce a little bit. So I felt like last night was one of those type of games. If he's drawing an All-Stater and someone else was drawing one of the role players, he's willing to give it up and let somebody else produce for the team. So, you know, I respect the heck out of the way he plays because he's a smart basketball player. And all 5 guys last night, I thought, tried to step up and fill their role to the best of their ability. And I really think if we keep that up and play with the intensity we had last night, I think we're going to see some success as the season goes on.
What do we have left before the break? We've talked about it. We've got Clark on Friday night. Other than that, what's left before the break?
Well, next Monday we travel to Mount Pleasant, and this is going to be an interesting game because Mount Pleasant, I mean, they have like 25 kids out for basketball, but like I think they said they had like 15 freshmen out of the group, or out of the group is 15 of them are freshmen. They brought 5 of them up to varsity, and I think three or four of them start for that varsity squad over there. And it's going to be a much different team. But I hear these young kids they have over there are outstanding players, and I know they're sitting on a 1-3 record right now, and they play Fort Madison Friday, so that'll be interesting to see how they fare against them. But they beat Fairfield earlier by 20, and Fairfield lost to Oski by 1, and we lost to Oski by 5 or 3. So, I think it's going to be a tough atmosphere to play in. It always is at Mount Pleasant, and we're going to have to go over there with the same outlook we had going up to Sheridan last night. So it's going to be interesting, but that's what we have going into the Christmas break.
So then when you get to the break, what's the thoughts on it? If we talk about Brett a little bit more, is there a thought at all about saying, hey, when we get to the break, you just stay off this thing for about 10 days, don't even hardly walk on it, you don't have to go to class or anything like that? Is there a thought at all? I mean, I know you're not a doctor, but you coach enough years, you've seen some ankle problems in basketball. Those things can just never go away until you just get off of it. Is there any thought on that with Brett?
That's my advice right now. Well, we're gonna, as soon as we play the game Monday night, we're gonna take the whole rest of the week off. So he's gonna have from Monday to Monday before he even has to step back on the gym floor. So, my advice is exactly what you're saying. Just stay off of it, take it easy, let it heal up, or get as much healing in as you can before we come back. And being an old basketball coach yourself, those Christmas practices, usually when you take that week off, you got to come in and get a lot of running in and get some cardio going just to build that back up real quick. And so we'll get back at it pretty strong that following Monday, but at the same time, I want him to complete. It wouldn't bother me if he laid on the couch for 7 days straight, and we'll worry about getting in shape when we get back in there.
As long as he's not just eating chocolate pie after chocolate pie, right?
No, that's my job. I'm sure I'll have my share.
Let's talk about your JV and your freshman squad. They've got some games under their belt now. How's the season been going for the sub-varsity groups?
Pretty good. I know Coach Mays is having a little bit of a roller coaster ride with the freshman bunch, and that's kind of what I saw in our 3 weeks of open gym before the season started. I was around those freshmen every day, and one day they come out and look like world beaters, and the next day they come out and look like they don't want to play. And I know Coach Mays is kind of going through a little bit of that, and he's just trying to maintain a little more consistency out of them. I know they've had outstanding moments. I've caught a few glimpses of their games. Usually when we have those 5-game nights, I can watch the JV play, but by the time the freshmen start up, I have to get down to Lakeview and watch them get ready to go with the varsity girls game going on down there. But, I keep in touch with Mays all the time, and, one day he's a really happy coach, and the next day he's a really frustrated coach. But that's actually pretty normal for freshman teams. But, he has 3 guys that are really outstanding down there, or have the potential to be outstanding players. And, the Hargrave and Stickler and McGranboy, I think all 3 of those guys, they can play a high level of basketball, but, I think their mindset has to become consistently a little stronger, and they have to become a little bit more confident in what they can accomplish. And the role players are all very nice kids. They're hustlers. They have great work ethic, good attitudes, and I know Coach Bays is real happy with those guys also. But like I said, those 3 guys are kind of the little Miami Heat trio down there in the freshman group, and I think they're the guys that can make the most happen. But, you never know. Some of those role players, the little Maloma boy is a real hustler and a go-getter. He's kind of like the Melissa Chapman of that team. He's a hustler and doesn't mind defending people, and he gets after people. And, there's a few other kids that are helping out. Now, at the JV level, some of those freshmen are helping out with the JV team. And at the JV level, I think Colton Bloma's having an outstanding year. He's really putting a good foundation of basketball under his shoes, and he's really playing well. He's kind of our leader on that JV team, and Hunter Matty is athletic as heck. But, it's hard trying to turn a linebacker into a basketball player, but at the same time, he thinks every referee in the world is out to get him. But sure, we are. But at the same time, I love Hunter's athleticism, and if we can get him in a basketball frame of mind, I really think the kid has an outstanding future ahead. I mean, it's just we gotta make him think more basketball fundamentals than I want to get down there and truck that guy. And Nate wrote the same thing. It's nice to have Nate back, and his attitude and work ethic is strong. I love having those guys as practice players because they beat up on Scully and Felton and Dabney, and they work those guys every night out, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, they like to rough it up a little bit more than they like to focus on the fundamentals. So if we can get them in the right frame of mind basketball-wise, I really think they can help the team out in the future. I don't know who I'm leaving out here. I know Tanner Schwartz. He's a tall kid under the basket that can help us too. Tanner's just suffering a little bit from not seeing him in the off season, and he needs to develop fundamentally for us. Braden Lechtenberg can be an outstanding guard also, and he's going to have to step up and put a little bit more work into his fundamentals. But super kids, super attitude, super work ethic. Kalen Doherty, the Celtic, the man of many nicknames. We love this kid. We call him T-Dog. We call him Daughtry. We got so many nicknames. Wonderful kid. Love the kid. He puts in a lot of work. He lacks a little bit of skills, but he reminds me of kind of the Spencer Sharp type player, the guy that sticks it out for us. He's always there to do anything to help the team, and we need kids like that. And we try to make them feel important, and we know there's a role for him on our team. And Coach Hill gives him a lot of playing time, and probably more than some coaches would. But we love his work ethic, and we love what he adds to our squad.
Let's talk about the teams in the conference now as we are narrowing in on the end of the first half of the season here, at least the first portion of the season. Going into the season, we would have thought for sure Sheraton is the team to beat. Well, two teams have beaten Knoxville and Albia. All of a sudden, it looks like it's going to be a heck of a race. Who do you see, and are you surprised after having played Sheraton that they've got two conference losses already?
Well, I thought everybody out there had the potential to pull off what's been happening, but at the same time, I am surprised that Sheraton has lost, but it's been two really tight games. And then to add to the mix last night, Knoxville goes to Davis County and loses by 2. So Knoxville even has a conference loss on their belt now. So, honestly, I keep telling our guys, there's not anyone out there that on a given night, if we play up to our complete potential, that we couldn't knock off. But there's also no one out there that couldn't beat us if we're not playing as well as we can play. And I think we're waking up to the fact that we have to show up every night and bring our A game. But it definitely adds a lot of fun to the conference mix when anyone can beat anybody on a given night.
All right, Coach. Friday night at home against Clark. Let's get a big crowd out there. First time this year, we're going to get back into playing Do You Know the Rules? Before we let you get out of here, we'll get Josh over here as well. I think, let's see how you guys do on this. It's a pretty straightforward question. Okay, let's see. Player A, player B, thrower A1. Okay, A1. All right, inbounds the ball to A2. A2 immediately throws the ball back to A1, the inbounder. Now, A1 has jumped, landed on one foot only, and catches the ball, then puts the second foot on the ground. Is this a legal play? Has he established himself inbound now? He's jumped, lands on one foot, catches the ball, thrown back to him by A2. Is 1 foot good enough, or does he need two to have established himself in bounds? So, let's start with the guy that is a licensed official, which is always fun. Me personally, if I see that in a game, I'm saying, that's legal. You 1 foot, a knee, anything, as long as you're in bounds, that you're established. Yeah, I'm saying, play on. Okay. Coach?
I agree with Chad. I mean, I know old school thinking, I'm thinking they had to have both feet inbounds, but at the same time, I think as long as he had 1 foot inbounds or established that before he caught the ball, I think he's okay.
Josh, you going to go with him, or are you going to agree? You're going to agree? All right, good job, guys. You all got it right tonight. Yes, the 1 foot, he's good to go. He's now considered inbounds and can get that pass back. So there you have it. That is our Do You Know the Rules question tonight. As always, we enjoy Coach Krusich coming out. We look forward to visiting with again after the break, as this will be our final show until after the new year. We'll be out for the next couple of weeks and then come back. I believe it's January 7th, the first Wednesday of the new year. So, Coach, good luck. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
And we bet. Happy holidays to all the Big Red fans out there. But please come out on Friday and see us play, and hopefully we'll give you a victory for Christmas.
This is a pitch on KCOG. They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer clear correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville. Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitchfork Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning?
This is a test to the National Weather Service NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards Warning Alarm System in cooperation with the Emergency Alert System. Tests of this system are conducted every Wednesday at 11 a.m. and at 7 p.m. If there is a severe weather threat, the tests are postponed until the next available good weather day. The alarm tone will activate for severe weather and other life-threatening emergency messages for the following 14 transmitters and associated broadcast areas: WXL 57 at Des Moines, WXL 94 at Bremer County, WXK 84 at Fort Dodge, KXI 98 at Marshalltown, KXI 62 at Montezuma, WXN 91 at Raspin Lake, WNG 730 at Ottumwa, KZZ 51 at Carroll, KZZ 68 at Van Wert, KXI 65 at Lenox, WNG 666 at Iowa Falls, WNG 668 at Denison, WNG 688 at Ringsted, and KJY 63 at Forest City. For a detailed listing of what counties are served by each transmitter, please visit the NOAA Weather Radio section of our website at weather.gov/Des Moines. Once again, please visit the NOAA Weather Radio section of our website at weather.gov/Des Moines. This concludes our test. We now return to regular programming.
Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiwegian.com. That's dailyiwegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Athens County. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square is ready to help you with the men on your Christmas list. From head to toe, from business to casual, Jim Ireland Menswear has just what they need to look and feel their best. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square also has sports apparel, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, you and I. They've got shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and even ice scrapers with your favorite team. Stop in and see Jim Ireland Menswear today on the south side of the Centerville Square.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann can.
This is the pitch on KCOG Centerville. We move to the second half of the show, and we'll visit again with Josh Price out here at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee, our presenting sponsor. We're proud to be partnered up with them now for probably 4 years now. Close, yeah. So tell us about what's going on. Friday's going to be a big day.
Absolutely. Friday's going to be a great day. We have a great one-day sale. We have 80% lean ground beef, 1 pound chub for just $2.99. Pepsi products like varieties, $2.48 a 12-pack. We also have Bakery Fresh cocktail bars for just 99 cents. We have Hy-Vee beef chicken or reduced sodium chicken broth in a can for just 38 cents each. Stovetop stuffing just 79 cents. And for a gift idea, we have 57-inch plush giant stuffed animals for just $29.99. Don't forget also that we are taking orders for fruit trays and fruit baskets and gift baskets and things. Call Tim Grant back in the produce department, and he can get you fixed up with any kind of a basket, you know, whether it be just fruit or coffee and tea, or, you know, we've actually got one made for pets with cat stuff and dog toys and stuff in them. So, yeah, anything you can imagine they can put together from $5 to $500, whatever you want. Tim can get it up, and we also deliver within city limits. So if you give us a little bit of a heads up, we can get those out for you. Do you do the delivering yourself? I have been known to deliver. Absolutely. I've actually got an elf that you've seen running around here that he might be doing some of the deliveries coming up around Christmas. So we did see him a couple weeks ago, didn't we? So we could get a tray of just Pepsi to have a yeah, we could absolutely do that. A Pepsi pack. That might be. He quivers every time you mention it. You know, it's not $1.99 that we had a month ago, but $2.48 is still pretty good. Yeah, still pretty good. Yeah, I like it. All right, all of that right out here at your Hy-Vee store. As we move towards 2015, any knowledge that you have of exciting things coming, or are you waiting to hear about what the new year will bring? We're kind of waiting to see what the new year will bring. The one thing that I do know the new year will bring is Tom Crocker will be our new Assistant Vice President of Operations, so he's going to be back in our territory. Actually, he's going to be here Friday visiting the store, so I don't have any idea what time, but it'll be kind of nice to have him back and see him again. And, yeah, I guess we're going to kind of see what the new year holds. We're kind of we're used to being in limbo, I guess, is what we've been for the last year and a half here. So we're just kind of still waiting. Hopefully, we'll have some news about something coming up on the horizon. Will I be able to refer to any Crocker Shockers again, since this is kind of his area? I don't know. We might be able to write like a local area ad on that and just, you know, get a bunch of stores involved on this. I don't know. I want to see what kind of clout he's got after regional Crocker Shocker. There you go. I like it. There you go. All right. Josh will be joining us again in a little bit as we will take a trip to the mound. We've got some true-false questions for our trip to the mound tonight. And congratulations on getting the rules question right. That's not normally your strength. Well, I usually go against
thing when the other two guys agree. I just, you find pretty odd. And I just said, heck with it.
All right, we'll grab a break. When we come back, we'll talk wrestling with Coach Anthony White. That's next on Ivy's The Bit. Are you tired of looking at that old, worn-out, outdated carpet or vinyl in your home? Call Jackson Home Center today and see what they can do for you. Jackson Home Center offers competitive prices and quality products. Jackson Home Center can handle your commercial or residential flooring needs. Stop in and see them on the north side of the Centerville Square or give them a call at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. Jackson Home Center also offers Medicine Creek handcrafted Ohio State certified Amish furniture. Custom orders available. Family owned and operated. Jackson Home Center on the north side of the Centerville Square. Call 856-6331. Open Mondays through Fridays 9 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 1. This Christmas, give the gift of golf from the Preserve on Rathbun Lake. The Preserve is Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course located right here in beautiful southern Iowa on Rathbun Lake at the Honey Creek Resort State Park. Stop into their pro shop today and pick up something for that avid golfer on your list. Whether it be a punch card for golf play, golf balls, golf clubs, or maybe something to make that golfer look his best, like a new shirt or a golf hat. The pro shop at the Preserve on Rathbun Lake has everything you need to look and play your best. The Pro Shop at the Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Stop in today and get something for that avid golfer on your list.
Christmas has arrived at the Flower Teak. Stop in and explore our selection of snowmen, Santas, ornaments, candles, wreaths, and much more. We can help you with gift ideas for everyone on your list. Let Flower Teak help you with all of your holiday decorating, both indoors and outdoors. We carry fresh greenery, pine cones, and berries, as well as seasonal plants. Visit us today at Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square or call 437-4131.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. And remember, we are now streaming, live streaming at KCO on thepitchsportshow.com. Thepitchsportshow.com. So folks can listen anywhere in the world. We're delighted to be able to do that for you. And the show is recorded and put online tomorrow as well. So if you miss anything, you want to go back the next day, you can do that at thepitchsportshow.com. We're visiting now with Coach Anthony White, our head wrestling coach, and been a busy group of guys since we talked last Wednesday. You had, a lot of action. So starting with last Thursday, and then you had Kirksville, and then you've been at it hard. So I guess tell us how things have been going, and let's go all the way back to last Thursday.
Yeah, so, last Thursday we had a double duel. It was against Davis County and then against Eddyville. And I've got a correction that I'm very happy to announce. At the meet, we ended up tying Davis County 36-36 after we wrestled all the matches, and we were all tied up. And so then they go to criteria, and for whatever reason, the referees were interpreting a piece of that criteria different than how I would have interpreted it. And so they called the match at the meet there for Davis County. And I went and talked to them about it, and they said, no, I was wrong. And so I said, well, I still think I'm right. I said, I'm going to go ahead and appeal it. And we did, and we heard back from the Iowa High School Athletic Association the next day there, and they said, yes, Coach, you're right, and they overturned it. And so we ended up beating Davis County. We lost to Eddyville, so we're 1-1 in the conference. But I'm happy to announce that. I wish our fans could have heard it there that night, but hopefully the word will get around that we actually did win that duel, which, tying and then winning by criteria may not seem like a big deal, but we lost to Davis County by 6 points 2 days before that, and I had a few guys that I specifically pulled aside and talked to and said, hey guys, you got to win these matches. These are kids that you should have beaten. And those guys, I don't know, they believed me, I guess, or however you want to say it, but they went out there and they wrestled really, really tough. And we had two matches that flipped from being pens the week before, or the couple days before, to our guys winning them there on Thursday night. So that was, oh shoot, I'm gonna miss him now. Ethan Wagner beat his guy 10-5, so that was the decision that was flipped. And then Stephen Wardlow at 145, who's another freshman, he got pinned by that Davis County kid on Tuesday night and turned around and beat him 10-3. So wrestled really tough.
What was the criteria? What
okay, so the first criteria is if there are any team points awarded for misconduct or unsportsmanlike conduct or anything of that nature because of something a wrestler did. The second one is if there are any team points awarded because of something a coach did. The third one is if there are any match points given because of unsportsmanlike conduct. It says unsportsmanlike conduct. One of our kids had picked a guy up and brought him down a little hard, slammed him is what they called it, and they called it unnecessary roughness. And I stood up and asked the rest, I said, hey, this says unsportsmanlike conduct. That's not what you called. And they said to me, by its nature, unnecessary roughness is unsportsmanlike. I said, well, it doesn't say that in the definitions. There's a whole definition section in the rules. I said, it does not define it that way in the definition. And they said it was something that they had heard or something in a meeting. I said, well, that should have been in a rules clarification then. And they said, no. So anyways, but it turns out unsportsmanlike conduct is unsportsmanlike conduct, and unnecessary roughness is unnecessary roughness. They're two separate things. So the next criteria after that then is whichever team won the most matches, because there's different amounts of points awarded based on if you beat them by less than 8 points or less than 15 points or 15 points or you pin them. So we had won 2 matches by decision, so that put us having won 7 matches and then winning 6. So
that's an interesting interpretation, and I think I would have probably looked at that the same way you did, and that I guess I would think unnecessary roughness would be maybe an elbow or pushing some kid after the rest.
It's just where a guy goes a little too hard, and that's why that's honestly why I went and looked it up, because I think to myself, there's no way we should have lost that match for a guy out there going hard and just goes a little harder than the rest thinks that he ought to go. I just thought there's no way that the rules are going to say that that's why we lost that match. So I went and looked it up, and sure enough, we didn't.
I guess I should have said unsportsmanlike would be more like
an
elbow after the whistle, or pushing a kid down, or spitting on somebody,
or something like that.
Well, good. So we get the win, and so then you go from that night. Kirksville, I guess a little under the weather, didn't have anywhere near a full staff, but the kids that went wrestled pretty well, it sounds like.
Yeah, we had a couple of guys sick, a couple of injuries. We ended up only taking 5 guys, and the Kirksville tournament ended up being a dual tournament with 5 other teams there. So we wrestled 5 other duels. We actually won one of those duels against teams that only had 3 kids there, so I was glad we won that one. But I told the guys before we started, we didn't have a real good chance of winning a lot of those duels. I said, but we set a goal of winning over 70% of our matches. And so the guys went out there and they wrestled really tough, kind of with that goal in mind. And that's something I picked up from Mark Whistler, by the way. He's full of great ideas. I mean, that's something that he told me, if you can't judge it by, the duel or whatever, pick something and set a goal. So we ended up winning 19 out of the 25 matches that we wrestled. A couple of those were buys, but a lot of those guys, one in particular sticks out to me, Josh Morgan. He may have had 1 bye, but I'm not sure if he even had that, but he went 4-1 down there, so he wrestled really good. Tiger Terpstra went 5-0, Brad Irwin went 5-0. Cade Warren went 3-2. He won a couple of matches to come out with a winning record down there. So all the guys just wrestled really, really well out there. I want to back up for 1 second, back to Thursday, because we kind of talked about Brad Irwin wrestling the Eddyville 138-pounder Jaron Glosser, and I just wanted to kind of touch back on that. Brad ended up losing that match 2-4, which was a lot better than we wrestled him when we were up at New London. I was talking to a guy about this match, a guy that's not from Centerville but kind of knows wrestling, and telling him how it went. Jaron Glosser got a takedown in the first period, and then he ended up getting 2 escapes in the match. So his 4 points were a takedown and 2 escapes. Brad got a takedown in that third period, which may not seem that impressive to most folks, but when I told this gentleman about it, he had me repeat that to him. He said, he took Jaron Glosser down. I said, yeah, he took him down. And I watched it on video. It was just, it was a great third period for Brad, and it was a huge confidence booster for him. So they're going to rematch, here in a few weeks, and hopefully it'll be even better than that. But I just kind of wanted to talk about that because it was the best match of the night, and it was very, very hard fought.
And Glosser, he's number 1 ranked.
Yeah, he's ranked number 1. He's a returning state champion, so I mean he's a real deal, and he's even beat some of these other top ranked kids in some of the other classes. So I mean he's very, very good. So.
Well, let's grab a break. We'll come back and we'll jump into the action from this week, and then of course look ahead to the big weekend, Lee's Summit. The kids always look forward to that. We've got plenty left to talk about with Coach Anthony White when we come back on IV's The Pitch. They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer ClearCorrect and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville. Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitch Sports Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. Still to come, we've got our trip to the mound. We've got our Hall of Fame challenge. Coach Matt Kovakovich will be on to talk girls basketball. And now we're talking Big Red Wrestling with Coach Anthony White. And we're going to jump into this week, which has already been a busy week and is going to get even busier as the Big Reds will wrestle tomorrow night and then Lee's Summit over the weekend. Coach, I tell you what, if you like to be busy, you like to be a Big Red wrestler, it sounds like.
Yeah, we're going to have one real day of practice this week. Monday night, we sent over half the team up to Knoxville to a JV tournament, so we only had about 3 guys at practice on Monday night. But yeah, Wednesday night here was our only day of practice really this week. So we're busy. We're busy.
Last night at home again, you had, I know Grinnell. Was Grinnell here?
Yeah, we had
and okay. And talk to us about how the night went and what was good, what maybe wasn't so good.
Okay. Yeah, well, couple of really tough teams. I can't remember. Albia and Grinnell wrestled, and I can't remember how that duel. I think Albia came out ahead in that, but they were actually pretty close. We ended up we ended up winning 4 matches in each duel. So we won 4 and lost 5 in each duel. We had 9 guys wrestling. And that may not sound great, but I took and made some notes on some of the high points of that. And one of the things that actually kind of surprised me when I looked up after about 8 matches in the Albia duel, we were actually winning 18-9 with only 6 matches left to go. And I thought for a moment that we kind of had a glimmer of hope. And then I remembered, we haven't wrestled through all of our open weight classes yet. So from that point on, we proceeded to lose the next 6 weight classes by the maximum amount of points that you can lose, 6 points. So they gained another 36 points, and we ended up losing 45-18. But I was kind of happy that up to that point the guys had been wrestling really tough, and we'd come out ahead on some close matches.
And talk to me, I guess, at this point about some of the kids that are having really good seasons for you. Obviously, we all know, Brad, we're all expecting big things out of him. How has the season gone for him so far?
Well, he's only got 2 losses. He's only wrestled 2 full matches. Those are those 2 losses. Everybody else is just completely dominated. He hasn't been taken down by anybody else. He's just wrestled tough and been penning guys. I think he's got 1 tech fall the kid, I think, in the second period or something, one of his matches, just because he was trying to get a little bit more of a workout. So, but yeah, he's having a great season and will continue to have a great season. He's working hard. He's only going to get better. And I tell the guys, you can improve, within a season. You don't have to, do it all during the summer, or it's not just because now you're a senior or now you're a junior or whatever. I mean, I tell them they can work hard and get better and improve on those little things. So, and he is. Tiger Terpstra, he has lost 1 match, and I'm sure he blames it on me. We were in a duel, and there was they didn't have a 106-pounder, and I wanted to get him a match, and so we bumped him up to 113. They did not have a full-size 113-pounder, and the kid wasn't outstanding or anything, but he was a little bigger than Tiger, and it ended up going into overtime, and Tiger got taken down, so he lost that match in overtime, and that was his 1 loss. But otherwise, he hasn't lost at all. The JV tournament on Monday, he didn't lose any matches up there. He won that. That was an 8-man bracket. He actually wrestled an extra match up there, so I heard they messed up his bracket, and he wrestled the guy on the loser side of the bracket and pinned that kid, and as he was wrestling that match, they were announcing his name on another mat, and so he jumped off that mat and went and wrestled his other match and pinned that kid too. So he had a little bit of a fun.
Line him up, I'll pin them all.
And everybody in the bracket. One guy I'd like to mention from last night was Noah Coatney. He is just working really, really hard and showing a lot of improvement. And I can just see in the way he's wrestling that he's got in his mind that he's a good wrestler. And he when he walks out there on the mat, he knows he's going to beat that guy. He went 1-1 last night, 1-1 and lost 1. But one of the things that impressed me was he was wrestling a really, tough guy both times, but he wrestled 2 full matches, which is something that I try and get into the guy's head that you don't want to get pinned. I mean, it's the absolute worst thing you can do in wrestling. And I think a lot of times the guys go out, we get taken down a couple times, and they think, I can't win the match, so might as well give up. And I don't know where they get that from, but I work like no other trying to get it out of their heads. And I try and tell the guys, wrestle that full match. You never know what's going to happen. And so Noah had a loss last night, but he wrestled a tough full match and was in it the whole time. And another one of those guys last night was Ethan Wagner, who went 1-1, but wrestled 2 full matches. So his loss was just a loss by points, which is helpful in a duel. because you don't lose all those team points. But it's good for them also to be in there and kind of learn how to have a little bit of fight. Another guy that sticks out in my mind that had that kind of fight that I was watching there last night, Stephen Wardlow. And what sticks in my mind about Stephen's match is I'm talking about a match that he lost, that he fought hard in. And I remember in the third period, I looked at, we got to yell at him a little bit to get him to look over at you through their headgear. They can't hardly hear you sometimes. But he looked over and I said, "Hey, Stephen, reset." And I kind of pointed to my head. I said, "Reset." I said, "Win this period." And he goes down. He got the escape, and then he got a takedown, and he rode the kid the rest of the period trying to turn him. So he won that period 3-0. He ended up losing the match. I wrote it down here. Lost the match 13-5. He only scored 2 points up until that point in the first two periods, and that kid had scored 13 points on him. So he was, really getting beat on pretty good. And then, he did exactly what I asked him and reset and worked hard that third period. So I was really happy about that.
Well, you have a big weekend coming up. Obviously, you're gonna wrestle tomorrow night. We talked about that. You'll go tomorrow night. You're at Sheraton.
Sheraton at 6:00.
And you've got who's there?
It'll be Sheraton and Albia, and that will be for conference standing. Okay. Those two duels will count towards our conference placement.
Okay. And then you've got something the kids always look forward to is Lee's Summit. They get to go for the weekend, but the competition is almost like a state tournament. You have a couple of kids, I know, with Bradley and Tiger, and maybe some kids that might make a little noise down there.
Yeah, I think those two for sure. And the rest of the guys, I sat them down today, and I gave them the option of either going down to Lee Summit or going over to Davis County on Friday. They've got a takedown tournament over there, JV type tournament. All of the guys wanted to go down to Lee Summit, like you said there. It's fun. It's kind of exciting. It's something that they don't get to do every day. So, what I told them is, I said, "Hey guys, we're not going down there to lose. We're not going down there to get mat time, to get experience, and to do that, you've got to wrestle tough matches." And so, I hope they've all, the rest of them that may not be looking at winning a tournament or placing top 3 or top 5 or whatever. Hope the rest of them are looking at wrestling tough at least, and I think they are. They seem like we had a good practice tonight, and they also were very committed to working hard. So looking good for this weekend.
And you guys will go down. You leave early on Friday, then wrestle Friday night.
Yeah, we'll get down there probably in between 1 or 2 o'clock. Weigh-ins are at 2, and wrestling starts at 4. And we'll wrestle. They put them in pools of 6, so they wrestle 5 matches, like in a round robin style. So they wrestle everybody in that pool, and the top 2 out of each pool gets into the tournament. There's 4 pools, so it's an 8-man tournament on Saturday.
All right, Coach White talking Big Red Wrestling. A busy week, and of course, getting a lot of matches under their belt. This will be the last time we visit with Coach until after the holiday break. So, Coach, good luck. Give them heck there to Lee Summit. Of course, we'll be off next week for Christmas Eve and the following week for New Year's Eve. And so we'll see you in a few weeks. And, boy, by the time we talk to you again, you're kind of staring at sectionals before we know it.
It happens fast after you get through the break. Just a couple of tournaments, and then, it's postseason.
Now, we have some of the postseason in Centerville this year. Did I hear that?
Yeah, sectional will be in Centerville, yeah.
Outstanding. And what weekend is that? Third weekend in January usually?
No, I think it's... I'm going to look here. I had it up on my phone. Sectional is the 7th of February.
Okay, so we're into February before we get into that. All right. Coach, good luck this weekend, and we look forward to you visiting with you after the break. Have a good Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah, you guys have a good one, too.
This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them on online at dailyiwegian.com. That's dailyiwegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appomattox County. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square is ready to help you with the men on your Christmas list. From head to toe, from business to casual, Jim Ireland Menswear has just what they need to look and feel their best. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square also has sports apparel, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, you and I. They've got shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and even ice scrapers with your favorite team. Stop in and see Jim Ireland Menswear today on the south side of the Centerville Square.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann can.
This is the pitch on KCOG Centerville. It's time to talk Red-Ed basketball with Coach Matt Kovacevic. And, boy, let's get right to the good stuff. Let's get right to last Friday night. Let's talk about that right there. This group of girls, what a ball game. You could just sense it as we were coming down the stretch. Everybody, the whole crowd, you could sense thinking, just hold on, baby, just hold on. And then they ended up widening the gap a little bit, got you the first win. Congratulations.
Thank you. It means a lot. And coming down the stretch, that clock would not just tick any faster than what it would tick. I mean, every time you looked up, a couple seconds there, I'm like, just get there, please. And then even in the less than a second, if the referee wants to call a foul, just let me just get ready and let's just enjoy this victory. But it was something to behold. It was the night that obviously I'll never forget the night. And it's all because of the girls, the way they were after the game, and really with less than a minute, they were starting to get emotional about the win when we kind of figured out that we were going to win one.
I want to, one of the things that I don't know if we've talked about enough. I guess I didn't catch on their broadcast because I was at the game. We've talked a little bit tonight about the performance of Sharp. They talked about, I know they had Lawson on the air and Barger on the air, who did a tremendous job. But this is the first that I've actually thought about this since that night. And we had her on the show tonight, old Scrappy Chappie. May have been the vital part of winning the game in the face guarding all night of their star player.
Without a doubt. I mean, without a doubt. And the thing about it was, we asked her after the game, are you tired? She goes, no, I'm fine. She worked her tail off from the opening tip, and I told her, I want to know what kind of hairspray that girl used before the game, because I want you to be on her all night long. And my golly, for the most part, she was on her all night long, and she made her work for every single point. And that's the good thing about the Griffin girl from Albion. Yeah, she still scored 20 points, but it was the roughest and toughest 20 points you'll ever see in your life for the job that Chappie did on it. It was just tremendous effort on her part.
Well, it seemed like, which I commend you on. I think it's a tremendous game plan when you have a standout player like her. Correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously, typically in a man-to-man defense situation, you have to help off the ball some. It looked like the Chapman's job was nothing but her. I don't care if the ball goes right by you. You don't look at it. You don't move. You just face guard her all night and deny her the basketball. That appeared to be what she was supposed to be doing, and she did it.
Yeah, that was the game plan going in. Is before we said, Jeff, you've got Griffin, and she doesn't. If she passes the ball, she never gets it back. It doesn't matter if we're in a half court, full court, out of bounds, whatever. That's your job tonight. Is to not deny her the ball and not let her beat us. And for the most part, like I said, she did just an outstanding job.
Well, the Griffin girl got 20, but you're right. She had to work her tail off to do it. I'm guessing her shooting percentage wasn't what it normally was, and it appeared like Alfie was out of rhythm most of the night, and I'm guessing that's why.
And I think that's, without a doubt. And, those 20 points, I don't know the exact number, but a lot of them came in transition, probably when maybe there was a steal, maybe we turned it over, and then she got a steal, and us turned it over? Yeah. But it was in the half court. She didn't hurt us. In the half court, the Griffin girl never presented really much of a problem with us, other than we had one breakdown where she lost her, and Griffin hit a three. But other than that, it was, like I said, it was just a tremendous effort. And even when she did get the ball and drive past Chappie a few times, we had, when you're driving into the lane and Barger and Watson are sitting there, come on in the other way. When you throw it up there in the paint. Well, it was good. It was a great effort.
But yeah, and I didn't realize until there at the end of the ball game, we're standing out on the court, and here comes Albia. I didn't realize how much taller we were than what they were. I thought they had some height, which obviously they lost a lot of that from last year.
They did, and they don't have a lot of. But what they don't have in size, they make up for it with quickness. With the young Isley girl, and then the Bossert girl, and then the Clark girl, they can get up and run and run and run. But at the same time, it all goes through Griffin. I mean, that's the bottom line, is it all goes through her. And if we can get that offense out of rhythm and not just walk right into your offense with her doing what they can do, it disrupts them. I thought it did.
Well, and you obviously got good nights out of some of your post players, all of your post players really. But let's start with the Sharp girl, because she kind of got hot early, and we never really looked back after that.
And that was the thing. I mean, we preached it from day one, is somebody other than Lawson and Barger's got the ball. And it happened Friday. It happened. When she came out and made those couple shots from the outside, everybody kind of took a deep breath and was like, hey, we don't have to count on a couple girls to score. She scored, and just like we talked about, she makes a couple shots, and they're going to have to go out there and guard her at some point, and then that's just going to open up the inside for Taylor and Alyssa to have some success down low in the paint. So it was for her to hit those shots. It was great to see, because she makes them in practice. She just hasn't had a lot of success in games making those shots. So it was a great night for Katie.
We did, even in the win. We turned the ball over what appeared to be a ton, and we seem to be just continuing to turn it over, trying to get it into the post. Where are we at with working on that? How do we get better on that, or does it just have to happen over time?
It's a work in progress, right? It's a work in progress. It reared its ugly head last night up at Sheridan, turning the ball over. But, the Albia game it's a little bit different. If they're trying to throw it into the post, my anger level is probably at a 5, because at least they're throwing it to the girls that I want to. It's when you're out in the middle of the court and you throw it to the other team when nobody's guarding you, or you turn the ball over when nobody's guarding you, when you simple travel, or you have a traveling call on you when the defense did nothing to you to travel. It's only mistakes like that you see down in the lower levels that want to make me pull my hair out and have ulcers. But it's a work in progress. We're going to continue. We work on it every day. Every day our guards go up against pressure every single day. So they're getting better at it, but at the same time, we're just not that good against pressure. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen Friday. Yeah. It's going to continue to happen. It's just we've got to limit it as best we can.
Which I see it all the time, even in our young boys. Everybody wants to drive to one side of the court. Just go to the middle of the court, please. Just once. Geez, something.
In practice, we literally tell them that there are alligators on each side of the court. Do not go to that side of the court, or you're going to be eaten by hungry alligators.
So keep the ball in the middle of the floor. Anytime we see a press, we always want to try to keep it in the middle of the floor. And like I said, it's a work in progress.
And, of course, Mount Pleasant came out and pressed you. We're going to spend all of about 3 seconds on that game, and let's just move right over to Sheraton.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I'll say about the Mount Pleasant game, it was a trap game. You're coming off a big win. Just that way down. I think we play them again. We got them.
I tell you what, we get to play them again, right? We do.
Oh, well, never mind. Oh, great.
That's the scheduling miscue there. But, Mount Pleasant, I mean, they are such a good team. If you look out on the court, they've got 2 girls that are 6 foot like Alyssa, but those girls play like they're 5'10" guards. I mean, if you watch that team play, and coming into the game, you're thinking, you never know. And then they right out of the chute, the girls just bomb them away, bang, 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 make shot. They're like, okie dokie. And then when they're so long and they're so athletic, it's a wonder how they lose. I said, what are these other teams that beat them? But yeah, it was a tough game. Like you said, I thought we were lethargic from the get-go, but it was kind of I'd like to have them to play that game after the Friday game to get it away. But now something that I don't like is playing it right before a conference road game.
Right.
I don't like playing Mount Pleasant before a conference road game because either way you like it, we play 6 to 7 girls, and our legs were awful flimsy last night. I thought I didn't think it showed last night that you played the night before. Yeah, and I think it really showed in Taylor Lawson. I really thought that she didn't have a lot the energy that she usually shows up with every night. I thought last night that she didn't have that energy in that game last night.
You know, there's a girl that you can just see like no other on Friday night how badly because she's worked so hard.
Oh yeah,
they all have worked hard, but I know she's put in as much or more than anybody in the off season.
Especially after the scare in Davis County, for her to come back and get a win, and she was great. She was scared to death that she wasn't going to be able to play. You know, after that happened at Davis County, there was that night. I mean, we thought that we might have lost her for the year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just don't know. You know, you get doctors saying this and doctors saying that, and when we got the news that she was going to have to set out that last week at Oski and say that she was going to try to give it a go Friday versus Albion, it was like, great, okay, so it's not going to be a long-term problem. And, the emotions that ran Friday night, not to go back to that game or anything, but the emotions that ran after the game in the locker room and at the end of the game were something that those kids, they deserve it. They've worked hard, and they're such great kids to work with. It was something to behold. And I'm happy. What I was really happy with, I was happy that the crowd really kind of sensed it, like you said earlier. They really kind of, I really think that they kind of, man, these girls deserve it. It's been a long year and a half, or however long it's been since we won a game, and I'm glad that we had a boy-girls game that night and have all the boys crowd and the girls crowd there. And it was a great crowd, and the student section was the first time that they've ever chanted during a girls game besides in the coach. So they were great, and it was a great crowd, and the emotions were definitely running at an all-time high.
It was funny. Right after the game, I got off the radio and ran down and grabbed Taylor and said, "Hey, we want to talk to you right now on the radio." And she goes, "Oh yeah, that's a great." Next thing you know, boom, there she goes. She's off to the locker room. I at least got Alyssa to come up there and talk, and then she comes back. She's all apologetic and says, "Oh no, you go enjoy. That's fine." So it was fun to watch.
And last night against Sheraton, it's a game we definitely feel like we can compete with Sheraton. I'm sure we're going to be looking very much forward to getting them at home. Obviously, the Monday night thing took a little toll on our leg. Lose by 10, things you feel like that you can fix when we see them again here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, I thought I coached a very poorly game, to be honest with you. I thought I did not coach that. I didn't give justice to the girls. I thought I coached very poorly. The second quarter, we played really well in the first quarter. The second quarter, we did some things that were bonehead, but I mean, that's fine. I've got to call timeouts, and I've got to rally the troops a little bit. I thought I didn't do a very good job of coaching that second quarter. And at the end, the second quarter was 18-3. They beat us. We beat them, I think, in almost every other quarter with points-wise. And so I told the girls I didn't coach very well tonight. I'm not putting a loss on the girls' effort. Again, we get down by 12 or 13. Last year, I think we would have pulled enough shots and said, okay, we're done. Let's go to the locker room. They battled, and then with 2 minutes to go, it's a two-possession game, and you just never know. So the girls, that's what I love about these girls. They just keep coming back. They keep coming back, keep coming back, and keep fighting and scratching and clawing. And at the same time, they did that at Mount Pleasant. But Mount Pleasant was pretty good. But last night, it was a 10-point loss. We scored 38 points, which is our second high of the year. When we started doing things the way we kind of wanted to do them, we could score 50 to 55 points probably against that Cherokee. And we are definitely looking forward to seeing them down here at Lakeview later on in the year.
And Friday night, just looking at things on paper, Albia really took it to Clark last night. This is a game that the girls have to feel like probably for the first time in 2 years where we have to be the favorite going.
I tell you what, I looked it up on Vegas and I couldn't find a spread on it. We would have to be some sort of a favorite, and at least a field goal at home. At least you would think, yeah. You would think that we would be, but the girls are excited to play. They're really pumped up to play it because Clark's been their nemesis. There's been a lot of girls over at Clark and Centerville. That rivalry is getting kind of a sneaky rivalry where it seems like they're beating us in softball about everything. On the girls' side, it's becoming a rivalry, and it is. And it's almost coming to where I'm really getting it from the girls that they're not really fond of the Clark girls. And they really taking it on them to, last year they beat us twice, and at times I thought one game they let some players in that they didn't need to leave in, and it's kind of a rivalry there. It's not Davis County or Albia, I don't think, but it's becoming a rivalry where the girls they don't mind seeing Osceola down. Believe me, they don't, and I don't either. But it's a game that I think if we play well, that we'll have a chance to win.
What are their strengths? What do you expect to see? We assume we'll be pressed again.
Yeah, I think Clark's going to be a lot like Sheridan with regards to they don't have. Their tallest person's probably going to be, I think, 5'8", 5'9". So we should have an advantage inside. They're going to obviously they're athletic girls. There's always athletic girls over at Clark. So I'm assuming we're going to have to handle the pressure. They're going to full court press us, probably either zone or man. We're going to handle that pressure, get into half court better than we did in the second quarter last night, and get the ball inside to Alyssa and Taylor, and have somebody, one of our 3 or 4 guards, hit a couple shots from the outside. I'm assuming once we break the press, they're going to drop into a zone and make a couple shots from the outside, open that up a little bit, and get the ball inside, and hopefully we can have some success there.
All right, Coach Matt Kabakovich talking Redette basketball, and Josh has started out on us right before the Hall of Fame Challenge here. We'll grab a quick break. We'll come back, and we'll take our Hall of Fame Challenge right after this on Hy-Vee The Pit.
Founded in 18... The Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Athens County. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square is ready to help you with the men on your Christmas list. From head to toe, from business to casual, Jim Ireland Menswear has just what they need to look and feel their best. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square also has sports apparel, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, you and I. They've got shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and even ice scrapers with your favorite team. Stop in and see Jim Ireland Menswear today on the south side of the Centerville Square.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
We can.
All right,
the Redettes and the Big Reds at home on Friday night against Clark. It's our standard 5 games at the Lakeview Gym. Jamie girls at 5, followed by the varsity girls, varsity. No, that's not correct. No, that's not right. That is not correct. Wrong. There's no wrong. There's no JV girls game. There will not be a JV girls. Just now the boys, I believe, are playing 2 games at the junior high at 6 or 5, and they're doing their deal. So there is no JV girls. So just varsity girls at 6. Oakville does not have enough girls for just 6 o'clock. 6:15 starts. 6:15. I need to know this because I'm on the public address that night. 6:15. You be 6:15. Varsity girls, I'm there. All right, I'll be there for that JV game at 5. Just sit there, I guess. Yeah. Do nothing. All right. Doing Michael Carter. All right, there you go. All right, remember this is our final show until after the break. I think it's January 7th, I think, is when we'll be back. We'll be off next week for Christmas Eve and the following week for New Year's Eve, and then we'll be back on January 7th. Okay, good. All right, guys, Hall of Fame challenge here, and then we'll take a trip to the mound. College bowl season is here. We got some bowl games starting soon. Maybe we've already had some. The 20th. 20th is the first this year, I think. Give me the top 5 colleges in bowl wins. In no particular order, the 5 schools that have the most bowl wins. Gentlemen, good luck to you. And this is our Power Insurance Hall of Fame Challenge brought to you by Jerry Power and the gang at Moravia. Call 724-9000. That's 724-9000. And Josh is, I didn't think he would ever let another Hy-Vee employee take the challenge with him after Brett beat him down like that. But he's allowed Jacob to play tonight. So we have 4 folks that want at it. He stirred it back up. This is the Hall of Fame Challenge. Again, I remind you that if you miss anything from the show tonight, you can catch it at thepitchforkshow.com. That's thepitchforkshow.com. And it'll be available tomorrow. And we are live web streaming nowadays, so you can catch it as it happens right there at thepitchforkshow.com. What 5 schools have the most bowl wins? Chad is changing his mind. I changed it twice. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Let's do this. Alabama should be on your list. Everybody get so far? Yeah. The University of Southern California, otherwise known as USC. Yeah. Everybody? Yeah. The Texas Longhorns. Chad's 3 for 3? 3 for 3. And how about them Dirty Dogs, the Georgia Bulldogs? Oh, nobody? Nobody? And, of course, I wouldn't have asked this question if Oklahoma wasn't on the list. So, we're sooner. So, 3, Jacob 3, Chad 3, Kovach, of course, 3, right? Okay. I got 3. You got 3. Okay, tell me the 5. No, we already did 5. I already gave you 5. Alabama. Alabama, USC, Oklahoma, Texas, and Georgia. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. How many bowl wins does Alabama have? They are number 1. Oh, boy. Closest 2 wins. Overtime. Jacob, come up with a number. You got 3. I don't know. I don't even know how many bowl wins does Alabama have. Tick, 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 tick. That was not the clock last Friday, was it? It was tick, 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 tick. All right. Jacob, what you come up with? 19, Chad. 40. Kovach, 31. In overtime, Rudolph Kovacevic victory. It's 34. For the University of Alabama. He gets to go into the break a winner. How about that? All right, Josh, grab a chair. We've got 3 minutes left. I got some fun stuff for our trip to the mound tonight. We'll have to move. We'll be moving quickly. All right. A few weeks ago, we asked true or false, would the Cleveland Browns make the playoffs? Flashback, most of us, everybody but Josh said that's false. Josh says true. Now, we know they're not making the playoffs, but true or false? The Cleveland Browns will not win another football game this year. They are at Carolina and then at Baltimore. True or false? The Cleveland Browns will not win. At Carolina and at Baltimore? Yep. No, they will not win another game. So you say it's true, they're not winning? Yeah, that's true. I'm going with true. They're not going to win. Josh, please. You know what? I'm going to say false there. All right. Keep the hope. All right. True or false? Kobe Bryant is one of the top 5 greatest basketball players of all time. True or false? Stat-wise, true or false? Stat-wise, true. In my mind, false. No. Okay. You got a quick reason why not? I can think of 5 players I would put ahead of him as greater, better players than what he is. But stat-wise, obviously he's a third leading scorer in the history of the NBA now. So maybe he's got 5 rings. Right. So that's pretty good. Stat-wise, I would say yes, but unofficially, in my mind, no, I don't think so. Josh, I agree 100%. I mean, statistically, I think you're right. He's definitely up there in every category, and he's probably missed the most shots in the NBA. Yeah, he's probably taken the most shots in the NBA. Exactly. But I mean, as far as the top 5 players of all time, no, definitely not. God, I hate to agree with these two guys, but I would say I'd give him top 10, top 5. Like I said, I could think of 5 guys that I would rather start my team with than Kobe. And then if I had to go play if I had to go play the team from Argentina or somewhere, I would top 5 players from NBA history. I just don't think I'd have him on the team. Okay. Because it depends if you're going by position. So because he's not the, I say no. All right. Well, especially if you go the long debate. Especially if you don't go by position, I'd say no way. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's see. You didn't get your true or false real quick. I think it's true. I think he is one of the best 5. Oh, you're wrong. All right. Here we go. True or false? So we're probably going to go just a little bit over tonight. True or false? The Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl this year. False. Everybody's false? I think it's true. All right. Now, we've got a mumps outbreak in the NHL. True or false? You did not know people still even got the mumps these days. I don't know what the mumps are. That was my next question. True or false? You have no idea what the mumps are. True or false, Chad? You didn't know people even still got the mumps. I did. That's true. I knew that. You did know. You know people still get the mumps. Yeah. You weren't shocked to hear this. No, it's an epidemic up there in Canada. Josh? I didn't either. I didn't know people still got the mumps. I think that maybe children, maybe some third world country, I don't know. I guess. All right, true or false? You don't know what the mumps are. False. I have no idea. Oh, it's true. True, you don't know. It's true. Yeah, false. Yeah, I have no idea what the mumps are. I mean, I've heard the word mumps, but I don't know what they are. What are the mumps? What do you get? Is it a sexually transmitted disease? No. No, it's not. No, that'd be... I think because of the word mumps, I think it's up in your throat. Seriously. Like, it can be a serious illness. I think all illnesses are serious for adult males. Well, I mean, hey, now it's done. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no, I guess. Okay, now that you guys mentioned it, I think it is a neck thing. I think it might be right. All right. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everybody. Big thanks to all of our sponsors, Tim Island, Menswear, Flower Tea, Cook Insurance, Thomas Funeral Home, the Preserve on Rathbun Lake, Jackson Home Center, Daily Iowegian, Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop, RK Auto Body, Northside Insurance, Henley Dental, Chico Construction, Power Insurance, and our presenting sponsor, Ivy. We'll come back on January 7th. All right, Chad, what do you got? A viral infection that primarily affects the parotid gland, one of the 3 of the saliva-producing glands. Give it up for Josh Rice, everybody. I said neck. Yeah, but I don't care about that. Give it up for Josh Rice. Hey, good job. All right, happy holidays. Merry Christmas too, so don't kiss anybody. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Until next time, I'm Russ W. Oker for Chad Lee and Josh Rice and all of our coaches saying Merry Christmas.